Yes. Ah.
But the plan was watertight.
Behold the abyss be with you. Hear the truth. Let the flame
Ready, steady, go! At the frying pan, come a little closer.
peace be with you. Let the light shine.
Get the clue!
Cascade.
The gift of grace. Brightly burn my holy proclamation.
Nice and spicy.
The power
Show begins.
the truth shall set you free.
Come a little close.
Kamisato up. Suyu, be still.
The word
I may have overestimated myself.
be upon you.
Booba, get them!
Peace and hope. Find peace and hope.
Nice and spicy.
Cascade.
Grace be
I'll
upon
protect
you. Peace and hope. Find peace and hope. Find the power and truth shall endure.
Be still.
Race you!
I may have overestimated myself. Mind the deluge. I may have such is life.
Shall begin.
Don't be such a brute. Come a little closer.
This is getting interesting. Be still.
I'll protect us. Oh. Phew. Huh. Hi. Huh. Huh.
Kamisato Ari. Suiyu!
I have to stifle a smile every time I remember the look.
Be still.
Bow before the abyss!
Let the show begin. Phew. Huh. Hi. Huh. Hi. Huh.
Abyss roared! The abyss shall rise once again!
Be still.
Ouchie!
You're in for a little shock. Come a little.
Nice and spicy!
He.
Cascade! Be still!
Nice and spicy!
You're in for a little shock. Surrender and I'll be.
Booba, get them!
Yep.
Cascade!
Race you! Nice and spicy!
Come a little close.
Be still!
Open sesame! Oh, now I'm hungry. Race you!
If the Tenryo Commission won't assist in dealing with the thunderstorm, the consequence—
It's not that we're
Exactly.
Hey, Toma! What's going on?
Hello you two. We were just talking about—
Greetings.
Ah, so they're friends of yours. I'm Master
Well, but recently, we all understand if the Shogun needs some Yep, that's the—
What? So her will's changed and she wants to destroy Inazuma now? Or is this her way of trying to get revenge on us? Oh yeah, you're right, which would also—
Considering Liu has gone, a lot of people now believe that the thunderstorm is getting wilder.
Right. So, before rumors start—
Unfortunately, the Kujo clan is— Everyone knows that
To put it simply, no one will—
If
my lack of ability is to blame.
Don't blame yourself, Master. You have to at least—
Yes, you're right. Okay, Toma, let's revisit—
I suppose. Well,
I'll come with you, Master.
No need.
Oh, okay. Take care then.
If you think about it, both the thunderstorm situation and the issue with the Tenryo Commission, if things carry on like this, people will start to panic.
You can—
Don't know for sure, but
sounds like you guys know what to do. You know, everyone's worrying about the Shogun's condition, but if people got to see her in person, it would put their— Thank you very much.
the way Paimon sees it, there's only one person who might have the chance to see the Shogun while she's out. Let's take a trip to the Grand Naro.
Ad Astra. Thank you for Ad Astra. I wasn't expecting to receive VIP shrine visitors during downtime. So I suppose you're here just to visit me? What a smooth talker. Though your eyes do not lie as convincingly as your tongue. Still, your answer has put me. So tell me.
We heard the Shogun decided to take a break, and since then the thunderstorm around— Rumor has it that the thunderstorm is affected by the Shogun's will, so people are worrying that something might be wrong with her.
All right. Since the battle, the Shogun has been greatly troubled and her temperament has changed.
What?
Her power was already on the decline. Then you dealt her that fateful strike. The defeat was a heavy blow to her. It also didn't help that I forgot to bring her some tricolor dango and light novels when I went to see her. Oh, the poor thing. Without desserts and books to console herself with, she was so—
You expect us to believe that a god would throw a temper tantrum over something like that?
Before you get too indignant, Consider the fact that your concerns sound every bit as nonsensical. A seeks eternity. I don't know the details. She said she wanted to rest, and I have nothing pressing that requires her attention. So there is no reason to I have heard about the thunderstorm, though. As to the cause, it is not inconceivable that, as you suggest, I am the only one in all. But tell me, why should this concern me? Why should I do this for you, when I already have everything one could ever want? Here is the pass permit. Show it to—
Thanks, Miko!
My question was in jest, but since you answered it in earnest, please stay true to your word. Oh, and don't forget to return the pass permit to me.
The almighty Shogun has requested solitude. No visitors allowed.
Oh, we've got a—
Don't be ridiculous. Lady Guji never gives her pass permit to another person. Not even a steamed traveler. Guji-ai is only authorized to— Wait, this is authentic. Understood. Then as the Shogun has ordered, I must not stand in your way. Apologies. Please proceed. Since the Shogun is resting at this time, please be especially respectful and make sure your behavior is impeccable.
Look how she's pacing back and forth. Don't you think she looks a little anxious? Brace you! Now I got stomach cramp.
How did you get in? Trespassers are to be eliminated at once.
Wait, no, it's us! Oh, we made amends, didn't we? Also, we got in by totally—
Denied. Use of force has been forbidden. Anyway, be gone. Do not disturb my solitude. That is of no concern. This is my recuperation state.
What do you make of this? She's acting strange, huh?
This body has no need of rest. But I am an assistant to the one within. If she wishes to rest, I must follow.
Paimon gets it. So this is all— But why? Surely you going about your business— She's got plenty of space in there. Seems like it would be the perfect place for rest and relax.
I do as she wishes. I can say no more than this. I cannot. In my current state, even if I went out, I am currently unwilling to deal with any business. I am— It has been forbidden.
What should we do? It feels like this conversation is going nowhere.
Ah, it's you two. It's been a while. The Shogun can't do much at the moment. Come straight in and see me.
That was terrifying! Would it be so hard to give us a little warning first?
It's not your
So—
Don't worry. Currently, the Shogun is unable to handle any business and cannot appear as me. So the easiest solution was to announce that I am resting. As I said, I need to think about Inazuma's eternity. But the Shogun is still running based on her old rules. I can't allow her to make any mistakes.
Have you tried turning it off and on?
No. She was not created to ever be turned off. Furthermore, I had even predicted at the time that I may wish to modify the Shogun's operational rules at some point in the future. However, such changes would not be conducive to eternity. That's why the Shogun has a robust system to safeguard against modification. It's also to protect against unforeseen circumstances. For now, while I figure out the form that eternity should take, it's more effective for me to temporarily disable some of the—
Oh, Paimon gets it now! The thunderstorm's getting out of control because—
The thunderstorm is getting out of control?
Huh?
I see. So the thunderstorm is—
You can fix—
It's just a minor error. This kind of thing was bound to happen. A small modification to the Shogun should fix it. Don't look at me like that. I've never had to tinker with the Shogun before, and she's very complicated. It's practically inevitable for something to go wrong. Yes, that's it. I'm not making excuses.
It's fine! Just as long as you can fix it is all.
Not much. As before, I can see the way forward, but there is no urgency. To reach an ill-conceived verdict in haste, just for the sake of having reached one, would be a confusion of priority.
If everyone sees that the Shogun is in good health, it'll put all the— And who knows? A change of scenery might put you in a different mood.
You mean, leave the plane of euthymia? It's unnecessary, as far as I'm concerned. But since you're inviting me, all right then. I'll come out for a while. Oh, since the theme of the day is a change of pace, you can just call me A. I'm not a great fan of rigid titles.
What? But you're just A's consciousness, aren't you?
I have my ways. I would never subject myself to imprisonment voluntarily.
Oh, great! Then there's nothing to worry—
Tour guides? What's a tour guide?
Someone to show you around the Inazuma of today and give you tips on where—
There's a familiarity to the scent in the air and the firmness beneath my feet. Now, time for a change of pace. Where should we go?
To the liveliest place in town! Race you! Race you! Race you!
Essence of Kame no Ma.
been sunk. I'm just no power to move mountains.
Is this the marketplace? It's a far cry from how... the stores have changed, and so have the vendors.
It's the show. What is the almighty Shogun doing here?
Isn't the Shogun sick?
I appear to have frightened...
Well, what did you expect? The almighty Shogun makes an impromptu appearance in town? People are gonna freak out a bit.
Patrolling the streets is the Tenryou Commission's job. The Shogun has a lot of information to process and orders to give out. She doesn't... Additionally, the Shogun has no need of recreation. There would be no need for her to come here just to
So, what do we do now?
Why? It's not like I'm here to cause trouble. Let's just relax.
It was more the ordinary people that Paimon was worried about. Never mind. This definitely...
People still use Mora in commercial transactions, I assume.
Yep, same as ever. Just as shiny and just as hypnotic. Wait a second. Hey, are you saying you don't have any Mora either?
Of course I don't. There is no need for commerce in the plane of Euthymia. If I ever need something, I can simply have one of the commissions bring it to me. Wait, what do you mean, either? Anyway, people seem to be behaving in a very orderly fashion. I don't see the liveliness you spoke of anywhere.
People aren't exactly gonna let their hair down in front of the almighty Shogun.
What is this stall selling? I don't believe I've ever seen this before.
Terra Smash!
Shogun,
It's all right. Relax. I'm just here to look around. I'm having a... Could you tell me about the items you're selling?
Of course. I've got all kinds of snacks here. Takoyaki, dango, and milk, and so on.
Huh? Milk?
It might sound odd, but it is in fact my specialty. You see, many of the stores in town are already very well established. I couldn't compete with them no matter what I sell. So my idea was to create some new combinations to give customers a novel experience. For example, my latest concoction is this dango milk. When the dango are worked into a viscous form, they mix very... The focus is not just the taste.
Oh, dango with milk. I've never heard of it. What made you want to do...
I'm sorry, Shogun. I've got no
I said relax. There's no need to go treading on eggshells. Do you really think the eternity I pursue is something that can...
Why do I feel like... Actually, it came to me by chance. A friend was catering once and made too many dango, so they gave some to me. But there were more than I had use for. My milk wasn't selling well at that time either. And both dango and milk have a short shelf life. So I thought I'd try mixing the two as I had nothing to lose. To my surprise, in the right proportion, it tasted superb.
A chance combination. Interesting.
The almighty Shogun wants to try? Well, so...
Nice. It's sweet.
Yeah, it's definitely a drink, but it also feels like eating food.
It's a little bit like... porridge? Anyway, I like it.
I'm very glad you approve.
I imagine that an item as delicious as this dango milk...
Well, I won't lie to you. Sales are very...
Huh? So it's selling slowly?
Because most people aren't willing to give it a try. They think it's an unusual combination. Even though I'm not saying the almighty Shogun has unusual tastes. Please, don't...
Ah, I see. Well, that can be fixed. I'll just have the Yashiro...
No, almighty Shogun.
Is it? I just want them to try it. It would be a shame for them to miss out on Dango milk. Oh, I would No. No need. That would be... There's nothing like dessert for improving one's mood. Much more enjoyable than meditating alone. By the way, Miko mentioned that she founded something called the Yai Publishing House. She's always bragging to me about it, but it's difficult for me to really imagine without...
Sure!
Shogun! Almighty Shogun! What brings you to the Yai Publishing?
No, not at all. Don't be so nervous.
Apologies. I still don't quite understand. Are you here to look into the management? Or publishing regulations? Or fire safety?
She just wants to browse your books.
The Almighty Shogun wishes to... read...
Yes. Any recommend...
The Yai Publishing House's novels are mostly targeted at the general public, and the...
I'm just here to try something new. There's no fun in reading the same kind of thing over and over again. Relax. It's just words on a page, isn't it? What could I
In principle, you're absolute...
It'll be fine. If there's anything the Shogun doesn't understand, we'll explain it to her.
Well... okay then. There are some winning entries from the This Novel is Amazing competition. I've just finished, don't take them too seriously. It's all just a bit of...
Okay. Huh. How can this be? I know every individual word in these books' titles, so why is it that they make no sense to me in these particular combinations? Take this one, for example. The good thing about being reincarnated as a hilly churl is that I only need to eat... It's so long. Is it true that hilly churls grow stronger from eating sunsettias? Well, surely it should be some sort of meat, at least.
It's just a narrative device.
Narrative device. So it's... made up? What's the point of that? Without being... Also, I'm fairly certain that hilly churls can't write stories. So, does this author claim to be documenting hilly churl life?
Paimon's starting to understand Kuroda's reservations right about now. How about we choose for you? We can pick out some novels that are easier to understand.
All right, then. I believe myself to be relatively well-read. I have high hopes, though. This seems like Miko's style, so I'm sure the stories are very entertaining.
All right, leave it to us. We'll be... This could be a pretty tough job. Let's see what we're up against. What a strange person. Why would someone want to... Someone like that could easily become the top martial arts pro in the world. You do have a point. Paimon only skimmed through, but Paimon can tell this girl has loved the main character. Right! The plot is really... With a premise like this, it's no wonder Kuroda was nervous about letting A look... Paimon thinks it might be best not to bring this one up with A. We might get the author in trouble. Well, if so... That's all of them. Let's try to explain them to A.
The looks on your faces tell me you found some good stories.
Paimon thought we agreed not to bring that one.
It's okay. I find it quite interesting. I didn't realize that she would never use the Muso no Hitotachi as frivolously as she does in the pages of this book. Nor would she ever use it as a means of venting emotions. In reality, the reason since there is such a great deal of difference between the story and the reality, I don't feel offended. That said, I hear that Yae Publishing House's novels are, which means that the content of this book must have been approved by her. In fact, no.
So what do you think of Yae Publishing House's... Do you like the stories we picked?
What I take from these stories is not so much the content itself. Back when I decided to isolate myself in the plane of Euthymia, there was no... In accordance with my wishes, the Shogun did her best to create an eternal nation. But the fact is that both the food and the stories have changed with time. I disagree with your point of view. That's what I would say if we were still in... But the truth is right here in front of my eyes.
And that's exactly why we brought you out. To take sure it's not the same as you remember.
Yes, you're right. Thank you for inviting me out. This trip has been quite eye-opening for me. This may be an everyday occurrence. I've seen a lot, and it's made me think a lot. I really can't praise it highly enough.
Ooh, great idea!
Take a photo?
It's okay. Come with us. We'll find us.
Shogun must have her reasons.
So...
We're taking a photo of you! Basically, a photo...
Okay. So what exactly is striking a pose? Ah, I see. So in other words, I need to do some sort of visually... The more I think about it, the more embarrassed... How should I pose? Help me out here. It should look good, but casual. How about this? This feels quite natural. All right. Well, okay. I'll try that. All right. Well, I'll leave the decision. This doesn't feel very... me. Is this okay? All right. Well, casual. How about this? Okay, let's pick
a good angle.
Wow. But she doesn't seem to be able to move or talk. I thought it would turn out poorly because I felt rather rigid, but it actually looks more natural than I imagined. The pose is exactly the same, and so is the scenery in the background.
That's what makes it so special!
Hang on. I'm still struggling. So, the one in this photo, if it's not me, then why does she look exactly like me? And if she is me, then who am I?
Okay, that's way above Paimon's head. Over to you. Hey, that's right! Do you think the show...
Of course I do. It was never my intention to place control of Inazuma.
So then, who does that make you?
Well, I'm still me. There is no doubt about that. My existence... I am me. There is only one of me. But I can exist in many different forms. The Shogun, for example, is one of my forms of existence. The question...
In that case, this picture is one of your forms.
So even I, Then, how can I ask Inazuma and everyone who lives here to everything I have encountered on this journey with you? Based on what I have seen today, I am forced to... But it would be incorrect to conclude from this that both the Vision Hunt Decree and the statue of the omnipresent God were conceived as a means of bringing a... Perhaps...
Sounds to Paimon like... And that means that we've done...
Master Kamaji!
What? Oh, that sounded like Ippei. What could it...
Ippei? Is that someone from the Tenryou
Yep, let's find out. Hey, Ippei! What's the...
Ah, it's you. Huh? The almighty Shogun. You must be looking for my master, Kujo Kamaji? I am very sorry, he's not here at the moment. But if it pleases you...
It's okay. I'm not here to see him. We just heard you calling out, so we came to see what was going on.
Yes. Master Kamaji still hasn't In fairness, he does have a habit of taking long walks and coming back late. It's perfectly possible that he just found... But for some reason, today...
Kujo Kamaji. A descendant of the Kujo clan, I presume.
That's right. Apologies, since the head of the clan is in poor health at the moment, and Master Masahito is rarely home, Master Kamaji is currently
I have heard that things are quite tumultuous with the Tenryou Commission at present.
Forgive us, almighty Shogun. The Kujo clan has failed. The Kujo clan's reputation is damaged, and its power over the Tenryou Commission is in decline. Plus, Master Kamaji decided to enter negotiations with the Takatsukasa clan, with a view of having them...
Surely they would be discussing something like that at their headquarters.
Actually, they decided to hold this one elsewhere. I'm a little confused as to why, to be honest. The meeting place is in the mountains near the
Takatsukasa. Another familiar name. They have been...
Yes, that's why Master Kamaji decided to discuss things with them. I understand they must have had a lot of ground to cover, but still, I've searched all over the city. If he really hasn't returned yet, then... Yeah, I thought of that possibility No need. I'm only I'm not as smart as Master...
What? Let's go see what's happening. With me present, besides, this has only come about because I failed to make a timely decision. This issue started with me.
Thank you so much, Shogun. I'll keep looking around in the meantime. Let me mark out the location of the...
at how well hidden this place is.
I can't think of a reason anyone would want to build a structure like this deep in the mountains. I feel something that doesn't belong here.
Huh?
We should proceed with...
Let's get
Illusion
down to business.
shatters!
Cascade! Finally, No.
Why are there Ronin here? This is a Tenryou Commission base!
Something is not right. We must remove all those who stand in our way. Insolent!
Be still.
More! Say no more!
There is no escape!
Let's dance!
Boom! To the fairy! Finally, No.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through... Shine down!
Future fairy! Let's get down to business!
There is no escape! Now you shall perish!
Mind the deluge.
To the fairy!
Shine down!
To the fairy! Let's get down to business!
There is no escape!
My blade! To the fairy! Finally, How's this? To the fairy!
What's one more opponent?
Torn to oblivion! Illusion shattered!
Be still.
You win.
Come on! We can do it!
Shine down! There is no escape!
Help!
It's over.
Race you!
Almighty Shogun!
Shogun, what are you?
Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan. Explain what is going on here.
Oh, we're just discussing some minor issues that have cropped up in the Tenryo Commission recently.
And these minor issues warranted the secluded location and the hiring of Ronin and Kairagi to keep guard?
Well, there's been a lot of turmoil lately.
Silence. Descendant of the Kujo clan. Your...
All right. I came here intending to negotiate, but it turned out all they were interested in was a written confession from the Kujo clan.
A written confession?
Yes. A statement acknowledging every crime committed by the Kujo clan since the inception of the Vision Hunt Decree, including all the recent misconduct.
All factual statements, of course. Not a single one of them
I can't deny that. But it also emphasizes the Takatsukasa clan's achievements throughout the document, claiming they stood steadfast all along and fought back against the crisis. These are all falsehoods.
Says who? Why, you two-faced...
I'm just stating the facts. I'm sure the almighty Shogun can discern the truth. All the Takatsukasa clan is trying to do is make themselves look good, so they'll be first in line to replace the Kujo clan. Why else would you push a false narrative in the written confession that paints your clan in a good light, and try to make me sign it under duress?
What are you talking about? You're not under duress, we're just negotiating here. You've completely changed your tune.
I believe I now understand the situation.
Don't listen to his nonsense. I'm sure you're well aware of the major failings of the Kujo clan. Surely you, of everyone, knows. Not...
You are quite mistaken if you think your dispute is of any interest to me. Descendant of the Takatsu...
well, yes, of course. It's the eternal pursuit of everyone in the Tenryo Commission to offer our...
Then the situation is not as complicated as you seem to have made it. After all, I am the one who appoints the Tenryo Commissioner. The process is quite simple.
Sorry, a duel with the almighty...
The first Tenryo Commissioner demonstrated his will with the blade in his hand. That is why the title has been passed down within the Kujo clan ever since. If you want me to appoint a new clan, then naturally, there must... Do you not know how to wield a blade? Or do you simply doubt your abilities on account of your advanced age and declining physical... Here you are talking about offering your life, and yet you are too afraid to face my blade.
Well,
never mind. What about one of you, then? Anyone who can defeat me, Takatsukasa or not, will be a... Does not a single person dare to face me?
I will challenge you, almighty Shogun.
What?
Descendant of the Kujo clan. Regrettably, even if you win again...
I realize that. I don't stand a chance of winning against you anyway. Even when I was executing the Vision Hunt Decree, I had doubts about my father's decisions. I knew that what I was doing was wrong. But that was as far as I went. I doubted, and I ruminated. I accept the Kujo clan's decline as punishment for my deeds. I can't even say that I failed to prevent it, because no...
To be brutally honest, for someone of your strength, there is nothing you could have done.
Yes. I'm too weak, but if nothing else, just as the Shogun said afore, then please, let me. This is my last chance to do so.
This is patently meaningless. But I accept. Come for... The Kujo clan's honor was forged with courage, tempered with integrity, and shines beyond life and death. Show me whether your blade can bear the weight of your name.
Ready to learn, almighty Shogun.
Another anomaly in eternity. Nevertheless, it appears that the Kujo honor still courses through your veins. Kujo Kamaji is wounded. Descendants of the Takatsukasa clan, it is your— You may not have the courage to challenge me, but I trust that you are capable of attending—
Yes, of course. I apologize.
I had heard that the Kujo clan is no longer fit to shoulder the work of the Tenryo Commission. The search for a successor to the role of— However, following this duel, I have decided to postpone the Kujo— In the meantime, I expect the Takatsukasa clan to continue supporting the Kujo clan as before.
As you instruct, so it shall be done. We would not dare—
Finally, if you still think you can copy the Fatui strategy of providing me with deceptive information to produce flaws in my judgment, you will see me appear once again as I have done today. Only next time, my blade will show—
Understood. Thank you, Almighty Shogun, for your wisdom and—
That will do. I will have the Okuzumeshu continue— Come with me. Let's find a quiet place. There's something I want to talk about. Oh, you think so? I thought I was rather accommodating. If it had been the Shogun, I do believe he was— The Kujo clan has— He has shown me how some things remain. I also have you to—
So what's next for the—
Not a chance. Even if their heir was someone who— Still, I will give— The Shogun does not make mistakes. I have much to contemplate in the days to come. But at least, I can now see the way— I think I'll leave that to the Shogun. The greatest threat to eternity is still the erosion that comes with time. As I said, the Shogun has a robust system to protect her against modification. This is because I intend— But I've made up my mind. So I will do what needs— This has certainly been a
Absolutely. If you enjoyed your trip, we should get you out again sometime. time.
No need. There's no place for such things in my life. Also, please stop Okay. My period of solitude will now continue, but it will not last too much longer. I will leave you humans to deal with any...
Okay, see you next. Considering a lot of what happened was pretty unexpected. The only thing left to do...
Did you now? Well then, you'll have to... How amusing. The almighty Shogun goes downtown, and suddenly she's like a wide-eyed country girl trying to find her bearings in the big city. Marvelous. What a shame I didn't get to see it for myself. It's fine. She wouldn't mind. So, from what you were saying, it seems that she has finally begun to comprehend what form eternity should... That's the most important outcome of this trip. To be honest, I wasn't expecting you'd make such great progress when I lent you the pass...
Yeah, it seems like she's not gonna force everything...
To put it nicely, even deities indulge in wishful thinking. To put it more bluntly, there are things... Take a guess. Anyway, it sounds like you had a very pleasant trip and even had the chance to see A's less formal side. Next time you wish to see her, you can come and take the pass permit from me again. She would never admit to it, but she does in fact get...
What? But she said she does...
Because she is a god. It's not that gods don't need the company of others, just that the idea... But you don't belong to this world. Perhaps you are...
This seems Everything's